Hi there, my name is Shikhar and welcome to this video. Today I want to share with you 5 insights about the GMAT exam. Now these are the basics and the fundamentals of the exam that we tend to ignore. At least I did when I was preparing for my exam. As a result, I had to give GMAT multiple times. Therefore, it's a good idea to pause once in a while in your preparation and ask yourself, what is it that the exam expects out of you? I hope this video will help you answer just that, so let's begin. 5 things that you should know about your GMAT exam. Number 1. Never expect the unexpected on the GMAT exam. Now there are really 2 kinds of surprises that you might anticipate before giving any exam. First one, the exam related, and the second one, the exam center related. So let's tackle each of them one by one. First one, the exam related. I have given GMAT multiple times and in each of my attempts, I have never been surprised by what I saw on my screen. So I can confidently suggest you that if you follow the latest OGs and give the official mocks, you will exactly know what to expect on your D-Day. When I say you will exactly know what you can expect on your D-Day, I don't mean that you will know each and every question, but definitely you know about the exam pattern, syllabus and the question types. So don't get anxious about the discussions or the over-analysis around these topics on different social media platforms, because what you don't see it on your OG or on your official mocks, you will not see it in your exam. Now moving on to the second point, which is exam center related surprises. Now these are more unpredictable, dependent upon chance and out of your control. And I have had a fair share of giving my exam in a bad center. So I can suggest you that it's a good idea to choose the variables that are most important to you. The ones that were important to me were the noise in my exam center, the friendly behavior of the staff, and most importantly, the desktops which they used. I prefer the slim ones over the round ones. So choose the variables that are important to you, compare the centers around you, and then take an informed decision. Chances are you will be able to mitigate most of the unwanted surprises that you might expect on your GMAT. So to conclude this point, don't be anxious about the surprises that GMAT might throw at you. Most likely, it will throw none. Second point, less practice, more analysis. Now this is very much counterintuitive to what we believe. We think that solving more and more problems helps our cause in any given exam. But this might not be the case on the GMAT, because in GMAT, we are really stuck with limited number of good problems, if I consider the problems from the OGs and the mocks. Therefore, it's a good idea to extract as much juice as possible from each of those questions. In order to do that, you have to know the question very well. You have to understand each and every option. You have to know why the right answer is right and know why the other options are wrong. If you reach a dope level, you might as well understand the answer keys in the OGs and the official mocks. So in conclusion, it's not a good idea to be in a hurry to solve your OG without much analyzing the problems in it. Also, it's not a good idea to solve everything that you find under the sky, because most of the things are unrelated to GMAT or are coming from an unreliable source. So be cautious of what you solve, but be sure to analyze whatever you solve. Third point, don't blame it on time. Now time is a very easy target to blame on when you have a low score in your actual GMAT or in your mocks. Don't do that. Be sure to thoroughly analyze each and every attempt of yours. In most of the cases, if you think that time is the concern, you will find that there are 2 reasons behind it. First, either you spend too much time solving certain kind of problems, and that is because either you don't have the knowledge to solve that problem, or there are gaps in the understanding of your concepts that are required to solve that problem. Second, you spend too less time solving certain kind of problems, and that is because you failed to adopt a problem solving methodology that you can apply across most of the problems that you solve. In other words, you go by your instincts. In either of the cases, we see that time is not the actual concern. Other things are, like lack of knowledge, gaps in the current understanding of your concepts, or failing to adopt a problem-solving methodology. So plug in those weak points and you will see that time is least of your concern. Fourth point, strive for the accuracy. Now having a stellar accuracy or not having one, both are measured in great quantities on GMAT. But to build that accuracy, you need to make conscious efforts, have patience, and do a lot of hard work. But if you want that great score on the GMAT, you need to have that stellar accuracy. The bigger problem with the accuracy on the GMAT is that it's very difficult to gauge during your preparation phase. That is, you might be doing very good on the easy kind of problems, but not so much so on the medium and the difficult ones. To tackle this problem, it's a very good idea to maintain an error log. An error log will not only help you to analyze the mistakes, but will also help you to find patterns in them. That is to say, you might be doing silly mistakes in your easy problems or might not have concepts for the hard ones. In either case, you will have actionable items to work upon. So build that stellar accuracy and you shall do good on your exam. Fifth point, don't take performance pressure. Now we all know that you can give GMAT multiple times in a year and in your lifetime. So why take that extra performance pressure? Yeah, I know it does take a lot of mental effort and extra cash to appear for that retake. But think of it as this way. For your MBA, you are already ready to spend thousands of dollars and be open to learning about new things. So why not start it with the GMAT? Enjoy the process of learning, be open to learning new things, and enjoy giving your GMAT exam. As a final note, don't take GMAT as a competitive exam. Your 700 score of today is very much comparable to the 700 score of the person who scored 2 years back and of the person who will score 2 years from now. So rather, focus on the self journey, your own personal development with the learnings that come with the GMAT exam, and the enjoyment of the process of giving the GMAT. So it's a wrap for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have additional insights about the GMAT exam, feel free to write it in the comment box below. If you wish to connect with me, you can do so on LinkedIn. I've shared my LinkedIn details in the description box below. A small note of why you want to connect with me would be a nice touch too. Until my next video, prepare well and stay safe.